Hey guys, it is Duke, and welcome back to another episode of Afterlife SMP. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing fantastic. I am doing pretty well myself, and things look just a hair bit differently. I don't know if you guys can tell, and if you don't know, the color of a few things in here should be a little bit different. The carpet, it's changed. And that is because we are in the newest snapshot, 17W06A, 06A, but 06A is what I'm going to say. Oh, that rhymed. Dang, all right, Duke, you're rhyming. But they've changed the wool colors, so there's been just a hair of a difference when it comes to wool colors, and I'm interested. Do I still have anything in here? I don't think I do. Forget it. Yeah, I think the changes for the wool have been for the best. This actually looks a little bit better. I think it looks more and more like a pool table than it did. Basically what happened is in this new snapshot, I don't know if they just decided that the old wool colors were boring, or they just didn't look right, or if they were outdated or whatever, but they went ahead and they like saturated them. I mean, look at this chest. Like when I open it up, it almost... No, you go away. When I open up this chest, it is absolutely, like, these colors pop out. I mean, look at this light blue. That is entirely new color. It used to just sort of be like this dull, boring, washed out color. And now it's so vibrant and it's just so beautiful. And I feel like we can incorporate that a lot. Same with the yellow. The yellow I always thought was a very ugly wool color. Even for wool, which isn't probably one of the best looking blocks, it was just ugly all around. Like, I did not enjoy it. And I'm believing that we may have lost our custom sky. Yeah. Looks like we did. Alright, well, I guess I'll, Google that, try to figure out how to get my custom sky working again. I don't know if it will work on snapshots. I do know it was like it was a 1.8 pack that I had to keep changing in a notepad every time the server would update. So, from to 9, 10, and 11. There's just a little number I had to change that would allow the pack to be used again. But that's none of my, worry right now. We got other things to focus on, and that is there's other new blocks in the game. You've probably already seen these before, but I've not actually messed around with them at all, so I really, really want to check this out. So we got sand there. We need some gravel. So I'm going to take that, and let's go over to our dye section. We've got, let's take some cyan. We'll take some black, light gray. We'll go with some lime, some green. We'll go with some of the light white color, some gray. Alright, so we've got everything in here. And then if we come on over to a crafting table and we go in the corners, gravel. Or it could be in these four. It doesn't really matter. And then sand in the other spots. Place any sort of dye in the middle. We get, wabang, white concrete powder. So let's go ahead and get some gray. Let's get some green. Let's get some lime. Let's get some light gray. Let's get some black. And let's get some cyan. Alright, so we've got pretty much everything we have right there. And now these blocks are kind of interesting. I think they're actually pretty cool. The more and more I hear about them, the more and more I look at them, I really like it. And I feel like this is actually going to give us a lot of opportunity in builds. And that's something that I feel like people are passing up. They're looking at what you can turn these into, but they're not realizing. I feel like that could be used as a texture in builds. I kind of like the concrete powder texture just as much as what it turns into. I mean, look how cool these things look. The black one's a little bit different, but these are really similar to the sand textures, and I think they have some cool color vibes as well. I really do like how they look, but there is something about them that makes them very unique. And if you come on over, oh, by the way, they fall just like sand and gravel, so that's a cool little feature that we have more blocks that can do that. But if we go ahead, waboom. See that change? It's unique. And it might be a little bit annoying, but we can make black concrete. We can make cyan concrete. We can make light gray, gray, white, lime, green. Oh, that one didn't work because there's no water there. Yeah, I mean, look how cool these are. Look, they're very similar to the hardened clay. The only difference is they stick to what their true color is. So, you know, I know a lot of people sort of complained at some point about the hardened clay colors sort of, you know, not matching what they were. So, you know, you had cyan hardened clay, but it was gray. People were like, why? That doesn't make sense, Mojang. Like, fix your game. But honestly, that's just how it was. It made sense then because, you know, clay, the hardened clay itself was a little on the orange side, so they all sort of went off that orange tint, and I think they came out as really cool textures in the end, and they've been in the game for a couple of years now, so they're definitely something that's not going away, something that Mojang wouldn't change, and I was actually a little bit worried that they had at first. When I first saw these blocks, I was like, oh no, they changed hardened clay, and I will not be the only one upset about this. Now, I know a lot of people actually were kind of hoping that they'd change the hardened clay color because, well, they thought they would like it better, you know? They thought it'd fit better, make more sense. And then there were the others that were like, hey, you know, this has been in the game for a number of years now. Why would you change this on us? And then Jeb tweeted out another thing, a nice little tweet that said, hey, this is a new block that's going to be in the next snapshot, and it's completely different. It's not even, there's no clay even in this. This is concrete. It turns into water when you place it. I mean, it doesn't turn into water. It turns into concrete from the concrete powder when placed in water. And I think these are beautiful blocks. Like, I really, really think this is going to go well together. I mean, what I'm thinking is that you see this lime green. I guess lime green isn't the best example. Let's go find a clay color that's very similar, because what I'm thinking is that the hardened clay and these new concrete blocks will actually go together extremely well. I could be wrong, and you guys might think I'm crazy, but I think, okay, so that's light gray, and that's light gray. You can see the orange tint there, but that's not ideal. I think we want to, oh, that's a good green and green. Let's look at these little differences. That reminds me of like camo. Like, I'm thinking this is going to be good for like some sort of army base or something. I think these two go so well together. You know, the lime obviously is very, very bright, and maybe a little bit too saturated, but I think it's going to go well. I mean, look at this green wool. These colors are going to rock and roll together. Oh my gosh. This is the first time I've experienced these in the game, and man, I really like that. That looks tremendous. Oh my gosh. I need to use this right away. Actually, I can't because I'm on other projects. But if we look at the black wool, the new black wool, it's slightly darker, and the black concrete, those look fantastic together as well. Let's get a coal block. I want to just sort of use this as a little bit of a reference because that's the only, you know, texture that hasn't changed. Okay. The black wool goes a lot better with the coal than it used to. That used to just sort of, I always thought it was kind of weird how they matched up, but I think that works. And can we see what this looks like on this side? It's different. I feel like the coal block's the odd one out here, you know, with their new textures, it just sort of doesn't, I don't know, maybe it does work. You guys let me know what you think. Personally, I don't know if that would work for me. But should we try some hardened clay? Let's get 8 because we have to get 8. I don't think I've done this. No, I haven't. We don't have any black. Oh, that's not right. Let's do this. All right, so it's a little brown, as you can see. That is a very, very sharp contrast, actually, for two considered black blocks. You know, this is, you know, it looks brown, and if I didn't know, I'd say it was brown, because I think, you know, the color actually is brown, but, you know, it's called the black because of the whole hardened clay thingy-bobs. But let's see, white concrete is kind of a cool color. It reminded me, the first time I saw it, of like what I wish diorite would have been. Like, sort of like a marble color. What I thought is it was like, hey, you know, you see this white diorite block, and see this stone block. And you take these out, and it's like, sort of, I don't know, maybe this is a bad comparison. Maybe I'm totally wrong here. But what I saw, when I saw this block, I'm like, this just looks like diorite that's smoothed out to look a little bit like stone, and I kind of like it. I think this block actually looks like a natural stone that you could actually find in the game. Maybe a mod is sort of bringing me back. It sort of looks like marble back from some old mod that involved marble. I don't remember what that mod was called, but sort of reminds me of that. Also, should we take out 8 more of these? I want to keep testing this stuff because this is my first time I've done so. So this is all, you know, new for me, and I'd like you guys to experience this with me on camera because it's like, hey, that is wrong. I want you guys to experience with this on camera because it's just so important to me. I don't know. This is like changing the game that we have 2 very similar textures that are different colors. We basically have 32 blocks that are all unique colors, but all have very similar textures, which means we might be able to use them interchangeably. I like that. That matches wool really well, I'd say. I suppose. But looking at it now, I think whatever Mojang did, they realized that we should be able to use these all 3 together, and I definitely like what they did, but one thing I want to try. All right, we have some hardened clay right now. Let's take 4 of those. Let's come on in here, because I don't know if you guys know this yet. Maybe you totally missed over a video that it included what I'm about to show you, but you can smelt hardened clay. And it's crazy. Let's just leave that for a second because when we come back, it may blow your mind. I don't think the cyan is... Maybe it is. Maybe it will blow your mind. Some of the other ones, like the red are pretty impressive. Like, you're like, whoa, let's try the white because we have a lot of it and might as well. Also the light blue, which looks very strange now considering how bright this light blue is. But let's go all back on over here. Place these away. We'll put those in there and those in there. All right, and wabam! Cyan glazed terracotta. This stuff, I almost want to go outside and look at this because it can take up some area here. Of course, it's nighttime, but look at this. Look at this. Is that block not like, boom, look at me, right in your face? You need to use me very sparingly because it might destroy your eyes, but at the same time, going to be a very valuable building block. I think Mojang knew what they were doing when they did this. I think this is something that a lot of people might sort of... I'm trying to figure out how this works. There we go. Nope, that's not quite right. A lot of people might count out at first. And I've been looking in some of the comments of different people's videos who've talked about these. I know that Mumbo has, Exuma Void has, a few other people. That doesn't quite work. The creeper heads look kind of strange. If you can't tell, I think that's what that's supposed to be. But I think the world's taking this a lot better than what I would have guessed. Had I not known that Mojang was putting this into the game before I found out about it and I had not heard anybody else's feelings, I would have assumed that the entirety of everyone said they hated it. And man, the white, this is actually interesting. Wow, I kind of like that. I like how the blue and the yellow's in there. That looks really cool. Let's get this all facing the same way so we can... That's not what I meant to do. Which side is it? That's going to be the hard part, is figuring out how on earth do we do this? Is it that? No, I just tried that. So is it that? Not quite. I don't know why... it looks like it's trying to be something, and then it's just, oh, here's what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to get this down. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, that actually looks kind of cool. I can see that sort of reminds me of some like Aztec something or other. But the light blue and yellow sort of make it look like, I'm thinking the beach when I see this, because it looks like a sun. Maybe Egyptian, I don't know. There's so many different things I feel like these can get used for, that people are going to sort of realize the more and more we spend time with these blocks. I mean, this stuff came out yesterday that I'm recording this. I'm recording this on a Thursday. Pretty sure snapshots are Wednesday things. So these are very new for everybody, and I kind of like it. I do really like these. Like I said, I feel like everybody took this a lot better than what I expected them to, and that's a good thing because I feel like these blocks are going to come in handy, and I am very excited to be using these. But I don't want to bore you guys with just an episode full of me talking about my feelings towards new blocks in the game. Therefore, we're going to head on over into the, nice dwarven kingdom. I'm going to get to work because, well, you guys expect some work out of me, and I better come through and give it to you. So I'm going to go ahead, move on over there, mostly for the fact that probably shouldn't do that on camera, just because of the portal troubles and the fact that it's going to take a while, and I'll be back with you guys when we're ready to work on something. Alright guys, so we are just on over here again at our Dwarven Kingdom. I love this place. Hello, Duke. I know you do as well. Everybody loves this place, and that is something that I am very, very happy about. I have received a ton of compliments. Not just comments, but full-on compliments, of just people telling me how much they enjoy this place. And that is something that I haven't really had much of in the time I've been doing YouTube, so it is absolutely something I love to see. I mean, it brightens my day when I know that people really like what I'm doing and are cheering me on. They're helping me out, trying to guide me in the right direction. It's pretty awesome to see, and I'm loving this place just as much as you guys. Actually, we were going to work on the wall today, but after seeing these new blocks, I was like, well, dang. Well, dang. You guys are going to miss out on a lot if I don't talk about this, so, we had to talk about that. But the wall, expect that next episode. I guess it's not nighttime yet. I'm trying to figure out, when nighttime is, because without my custom sky, I guess I don't know, vanilla Minecraft as much as I thought I did. I've been playing this game for like 6 years, but still, nope. Regardless, let's go on into building today because I am very excited. So what I think we want to do is turn this into some sort of proper entrance. I think that's enough height. I think it's enough height, and I think we want to roll with that. I just don't know how much we want to change this up. I think what we want to keep is, the stone slabs are used as sort of dividing blocks. Why not keep that? Okay, so if we did once every 3, there's 1, 2, 3, so we'd go there. 1, 2, 3, there. 1, 2, 3, there. Yeah, that's not exactly perfect. What if we did a 5 wide gap? So there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 5 or is that 4? That's 5. Or is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, it's not. But it doesn't line up anyways, so I don't think I want to use that either. What I think I want to do is definitely bring this in one. I want this exposed that we have wood back here, because one thing that I think we need to incorporate more is the fact that we need to include more colors, and wood is something that is very useful. It can be used in a situation like this. Obviously, it's here, so we have to roll with it. But I think that's for the best that it is here. And if we build these big enough, we can, keep it away from burning in lava, which I'd like to continue using. You guys are very, very on board with me using lava, so do plan on doing that. What if? No, that wouldn't look good. I want to have more stairs here, but I don't know if I want to keep them on this level like that or push them up one. Can't really tell. Can't really figure it out. That's not right. Let's put that back. Alright, so if we went for something, let us take out these and chow. There we go. Let's make some of those bad boys. I think we can figure out a way this will work. Don't know if we want to keep that stone. I think we want to change that. Oh, hiccup, hiccup. Maybe we want to keep it. Maybe stone is, reminds us of early Minecraft building when that's really all you had, so it's what you worked with. Maybe including the fact that there's wood back there would help. Don't know. Can't tell you if I like it or not. I don't know either. So regardless, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna figure this out off camera because I don't know if this is something you guys want to see. I'll be back with you guys when we've got this figured out. Alright guys, I think we've come up with something. Let me just grab this XP first though, because it's laying here. Been killing a lot of mobs whenever it's nighttime and I'm not sleeping. Oh, it is insane. There's just mobs everywhere. I mean, it is not fun. But let's see what I've done. I didn't really do all that much because lava is difficult around here. I had to dig like 3 different strip mines just to find lava, and that's kind of weird because oh, they're fighting. Yeah, you guys have fun. It's a dwarven kingdom. You expect to see lava, and lava being hard to come by is kind of weird. A thing I love about this server, though, is that fire spread is turned off. So I'm not entirely sure if that's close enough to spark a fire, but I do know if it was any closer it would. But we don't have to worry about that because fire spread's on. Nevertheless, I went with a very simple design, and I plan on repeating it down 3 times, because what I did here is I made like this into sort of like a little post, rather than start the design down there. So that allowed me to get this, and then I'll have another one right there, and then right there, which means this will actually turn out in the end to be able to have the 3 wide wall section things there. So it's a very simple design. I'm not sure if I like it, and that's where I asked you guys for, because the thing that threw me off was the lava in the iron bars. I have never used either of those in a build before. That's a lie. I have, but not in a place where I need to use them. I've used them before when it's been sort of like, why not just throw that in there? But not when the lava is sort of a central part in our build. The lava's a central part in our build because we're a dwarven kingdom. Lava's sort of like, it's a theme. It's a very important sort of resource that dwarves had, I guess, because, it melts all their stuff down. But I think needing to implement that sort of threw me a little bit in how I designed this. I'm not entirely sure if I like the basicness of this, but maybe I will once we build it a few more times. But I've never gone for something this sort of, not boring, but just so similar. It's very easy to come up with something that looks like this. And you guys might be like, Duke, you didn't even think about this. I did. It's just the simplest design was the one that I guess works. I mean, sure, it's not perfect, but I think we're going to go with it. I mean, it brings in a little bit more of colors for the fact that, the darkness of the cobblestone there is something that is sort of left out in other areas. So I think that works out, and having the andesite in the back works either way. So I'm just going to wrap up the episode right here, guys, because I got some calculus homework I have to do. When there's a quiz, can't be skipping homework. So I'm going to wrap up the episode right here, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed. It's been sort of an interesting episode. We didn't do a ton of building, but we did talk about all that new stuff coming to 1.12. I'm excited for all of it. And if you guys didn't like this type of episode, let me know, because I won't do this again. I mean, if you do like it, then let me know, because I will do this again. For the fact that I did enjoy it, and it was a little bit different for the fact we weren't building, but I kind of was fine with that. But regardless, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment down below. Tell me what you'd like to see next, and if you're new to the channel or the series, be sure to subscribe. This has been Duke on the Afterlife server, and I'll leave you there. Goodbye, have a great day.